Hello everyone, my name is Geng Zhao and you can call me Gavin. I'm a fourth year kinesiology student and today I'm going to talk about the Dinosaurus multispinous as my dinosaur. Firstly, dinosaur name. The scientific name of my dinosaur is Dinosaurus multispinous, and the common name of my dinosaur will be Dinosaurus by itself, or sometimes it is called Tujianglong. Long just means a kind of dragon or dinosaur in Chinese Mandarin. And for taxonomic information, firstly, the Tujiangosaurus belongs to a mammalia kingdom, and then Chordata phylum, which means it has a spine, and one more below that, it belongs to Cerapsida class, which means it looks like a lizard. And then Dinosauria supraorder indicates it is a dinosaur. It belongs to Ornithoschia order, which means it has a bird-like pelvis, in which at least a part of the pubis runs posteriorly along the lower rim of the ichium. And for suborder, the Tujiangosaurus belongs to Ceriophora, as a reference to the fact that the Ceriophora have a dermal arm or bony plates on the back surface of the body. And for infraorder, the Tujiangosaurus belongs to Stegosauria, which defined as all taxia are more closely related to Stegosaurus than Ankylosaurus. It diagnosed based on several important features. For example, the back vertebra with many tall neural arches and highly angled transverse processes and stuff. Things became a little bit complicated when it comes to the family. The Tujiangosaurus belongs to Stegosauridae family. The Stegosauridae is defined as all Stegosaurus who are more closely related to Stegosaurus than to Huayangosaurus. And compared to other Stegosaurus, the Stegosauridae teeth and the lateral skewed rows along the trunk. And finally, the Tujiangosaurus belongs to the Tujiangosaurus genus, the permanent angle leading to a clear separation between the supraacetabular process and the relatively very well-developed posterior process of the ichium. And that is not seen in any other Stegosaurus, which makes the Tujiangosaurus special. And when was the dinosaur alive? The Tujiangosaurus was alive during Oxfordian to Kimmeridgian age, which is during the late Jurassic epoch and a stage in the Upper Jurassic series. It spans the time between 163 to 152 million years ago. And if you look at the diagram, you will see the fossils have been found during the Oxfordian to Kimmeridgian age, which is in the bigger bracket of Upper Jurassic series. And where was the Tujiangosaurus living? The most representative Tujiangosaurus multispinous was being discovered in 1974 in the late Jurassic Upper Shashimiao Formation of Zigong City. If you look at the image on the right, you will see it is in the southern part of the China. During the late Jurassic, the Pangea has begun to split, while the southern continent of Gondwana remains together. At that time, the Upper Shashimiao was a very wide, semi-arid floodplain. Lower Jurassic Sichuan Basin changed from river to lake and from warm and humid to a dry tropical. And Tujiangosaurus lived along with horsetails, conifers, and jingles. At the same time, the Tujiangosaurus was living with many other dinosaurs like Chungking Shanosaurus and also the Huayangosaurus. So it is not alone. The Tujiangosaurus fossil have been found in the sandstone of the well-known Mamenkasuarius fauna, which the isotope age is about 105 million years ago. And in the last section, I will talk about the eating behavior of Tujiangosaurus. The Tujiangosaurus was a herbivore. This can be proved by the shape of its teeth. They have very small and triangular teeth, which is good to eat plants. The skull of Tujiangosaurus is very similar to the Stegosaurus, a slender, sharp, wedge-shaped snout, and the parallel top profile and lower jaw edge. They can use their narrow head and tiny beak to snap off particular beads of plants, so it makes them a very good browser. Other than that, the Tujiangosaurus often walks through the bushes since they are lower and quadrupedal. And they are looking for dense ferns and cycads as their food. This being proved by the plant fossils that are found in the same strata. And finally, Tujiangosaurus will be chewing their food. A deep median new along the length of the platelet, which splitted the more dorsal nasal passages from the oral cavity so that Stegosaurus can continue to breathe while chewing food. Not only that, based on the small and triangular shaped teeth of the Stegosaurus, it will be good to use to grate the plants into a paste so that it's easier for them to digest. And this is my reference list. Thank you all for listening to my presentation. The more detailed information will be provided in my poster